Good morning to everyone from the stream. My name is Jonathan Santos, and welcome to the Oceanic Beach Ultimate Championship Day 2, live from Shirahama Beach, Wakayama. And we have an extremely competitive game between Japan Open and the Australia Open. Both teams looking to try to notch their second win in this tournament. Here, seeing on the screen is the Japan team, who surprisingly lost from a tight match against Singapore Open rather. Lost by 2 points. I believe 10-8 was the last score. So they look to see if they can bounce back from that. And here on the other side, Australia getting their first win earlier against Korea, or I believe. And now we're off to start the game as Japan starts at 0. And almost a bid to get the score, but no good. Gives Australia a chance to break. Swing to the other side for Australia. Thought about the deep shot, but holsters it in. Hartfield. Down the middle. To Shellard. Shellard. Flick to the same side. To Tran. Tran. Gives it back to Shellard. Shellard. Great movement with the Australian teams. What's out, and they flicks it to the end zone. Gets it to go for the first point. Brought down by Spedwindle. This Australia team again lost their first game yesterday against Philippine Open, not without trying to mount a comeback. They were down 7-3 on that game, but able to get it to 9-8, but just fell short. But today, able to win their second game. Look at the replay and the excellent flick by number 22. I believe that's Deller. To Oliver Speldewind. That's gonna be a good start for the D-line of Australia.
Yes, Sam. I love that, Sam. Here we go!
And look at Japan to see if they can rebound from that early turnover. Japan having a hard time here to start their offense, but able to give it to Takayama. Swings it to Sakagami. But a great D from Australia. Another chance to increase their lead. Swings it to Liu. Liu looking, able to pass it to Silva. De Silva, highest scorer for the team, able to bring it to the edge of the end zone here. Number 13's got it, is looking. Still looking downfield, opts to swing it back to the middle. He gets it back and looks like it will still be one more step towards the end zone. That is the discussion. Not sure if it looks like it's going to stand there, go back to the edge of the end zone now. It's with Alexa. Alexa, trap there, up line is complete. Australia with a 2-0 lead. We're back. Japan still looking to get their first point. It looks like a lot of switching from Australia. And quick move from Japan. That's where their advantage is. And they're almost already quickly near their end zone. And they punch it in for their first score. Shimizu reels it in for Japan. And if that's something that they need to do, and goes without saying, it's extremely known for Japan national team for their speed and quickness of plays. We look at the replay. Excellent movement, moving from side to side, being able to bring it towards their end zones. Now it's the first time to see the D-line for Japan. And off the races here, Australia starting right on the other side of this field. Swings it to 22, and that's Deller. Deller looking. This floats and it looks like too much. And Japan, chance to tie this game. Quickly move it towards their end zone. Here, number 23 pointing to the break side, looking for some players here. Fakes that, opts to dump it to 33. 23's got it. Near the edge of the end zone. Looking. Still count is rising, but able to swing it to 23. 23 to the end zone. Gets it to go. Japan with their second point. An unforced error from Australia gives Japan a chance. Or gave Japan a chance rather to tie this game. As you look at the replay, and that was Watanabe and Maeda able to punch it through. Japan offense just relentless, keeping the disc alive with those swings. Just finding the right timing until the defenders tire out or too far. Be able to make a play, so we'll see how Australia replies. Looks like hawks it. Was an easy hawk for Australia. If you're Australian looking for a response, an emphatic one, and great disc move, disc play by number 48. Look at the replay, a quick shot to number 48, Matthew Zabel. So just looking from the stats from the past games, Australia's defense has been second to none as they've been able to generate, even from a loss of Philippines, able to generate the turnovers. They've spent 26 minutes on the field during that game, and against with Republic of Korea earlier, they were able to generate that offense to get the turnovers. Here's Japan here near the middle of the field. Wait, almost a bit, but 18 here on the sideline. They quickly move it down the middle. They don't put the disc much long on one side. They want to keep that disc moving. Cheeky pass is caught by 94. Atsushi Lee. What an awesome cheer from the Japan national team. As expected, I've seen a lot of those cheers from their time in Asia Oceanic Guts and Ultimate Championship last 2023 September. It was held in Manila. The Japan players are awfully known for their skilled throws, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see those cheeky up and under passes. So just hearing from the sideline from the Australian Open team, yes, coach definitely cheering on their defense, which is something to watch out for, as from their past two games, their defense was really second to none. So expect that defense to really shine in this game if they want to have a chance to punch their second win. So both teams have a 1-1 record, so to be crucial who's going to win this game to increase their spot or get a better spot after the round robin games. Great pull from Japan, forces Australia there. Read there perfectly by 48. Zabel, and looks like contact was made. Hopefully Zabel is okay. Foul was called and Japan team recognizes that. Great spirit between the two players. Great hawk, a lot of air here, and will just sail out of bounds. Too far for Australia. Japan a chance to take the lead. Japan will start at this side of the field, and a great bid. D thought it was a Callahan, but one more, and they get it to go. Looks like a miscommunication between the Japan players there. Australia able to capitalize. Amazing layout D for an almost Callahan point. Again, that defense from Australia. See, look at the amazing bid by Zabel. So Japan try to look to see if they can take back the lead or tie this game. Get it back into their favor. Great movement there from Japan, quickly moving the disc already near their end zone. Looking, swing it down the middle. Gives it back to Hachiguchi. Looking, here's keeping that disc like hot potato, and they punch it in for their fourth score. Hot potato indeed. Just moving that disc side to side. Just looking at the stats, one thing amazing about this whole tournament is that they have live updates of the points, not just for this showcase field, but all games throughout the field. So be able to at least get a real-time update on the scores and also the duration of the point. So if you're looking to support your teams and check out their score, you can head at the website. And here, flick here for Australia. Is it good? And it is good. Australia, what a flick to the end zone for their fifth point. An end zone to end zone hawk from Australia, taking advantage with their height. Great response. Again, the offense from Australia, as you look here on the replay. A beautiful hawk. Backhand hawk towards the end zone. Something to look out for if you're Japan, if you just want to force them in more. Give them a fighting chance to stall Australia's offense. And this Australian team, extremely known to have really a full-fledged team with physio coaches, with head coaches all together. Back in the game here, looking to see Japan if they can tie the game. They quickly move it here. And cheeky pass to the other side. They're able to punch this score. He's trapped there at the sideline and foul is called.
Okay, so just
And now this one, we're back here, trapped at the sideline. It looks like they're having a hard time to get some score. Are they able to punch it here? Looks like they're having some trouble. Great defense from Australia. Oh, what a pass open to the other side for Japan's 5th point. So I will be joined now by Bini's, our team, our Philippine team's coach, Alec Tucker, as part of the commenting head. Hello, Tucker. How are you doing?
doing great. Excited to check out this amazing game. Obviously going to be one of the best games in the tournament. Two elite programs with Australia and Japan. It's a tight one so far in this first half, so thanks for having me.
No worries. Glad to have you back again here, as we've definitely worked back when we were at Asia Oceanic Ultimate Guts Championship last September, so I'm happy to have you as my caster here. But as mentioned by Tucker, it's going to be an exciting match. So it's going to be an exciting match between these two teams. They're both 1-1 right now, so I just learned that Japan was surprisingly defeated by Singapore earlier by 2 points. So we'll be seeing, this is going to be a very important game for both squads.
And Australia losing yesterday in a tight game to the Philippines. Almost had an insane comeback, but Philippines was able to secure it.
That's 22 Deller looking downfield. It looks like another adjustment from Japan. They're forcing the Australia team to just cut in rather than the Hawks. Trying to see if they can stall. Oh, cheeky pass there. 55 able to bring it in. They punch it in for their 6th point.
Love the effort from Japan defense there, just constantly switching it up. They had a zone look earlier, this time just forcing backhand, but Australia calm the whole way, able to get that score quite easily.
Australia's offense, haven't seen them having trouble, able to, as Tucker was saying, able to positively respond and move the disc as quickly as possible as well.
Getting closer and closer to halftime here. Japan has got to secure this O point to give themselves a chance to break for half.
But you see the adjustment there from Japan, as you mentioned. They tried to throw a different defense, just tried to stop the Hawk games from Australia, because Australia, they definitely maximize their offense, the height that they have to get those easy scores. So it's interesting to see how Japan's defense responds, but right now they need to get this point if they want to break in the second half. That Hawk is gonna be right. A beautiful pull there from Australia, forcing Japan to work the disc full field. Oh, wow, they're right in the middle of the field now. A forehand flick, Is it good? Bang, it's good. Japan with their 6th point takes the lead.
Flow like water. That was beautiful offense from Japan. Working at one end of the field directly to the other, and then a big huck to the opposite sideline. Beautiful work from the Japanese team.
And that's something that they have to at least be consistent, keeping that disc flowing easily, not giving a chance for Australia to use their length to bother the passes. See, look here, the replay. Beautiful flick to the end zone to number 5, Hashiguchi.
And just way to put that disc out into space, letting Harito just run up to it. He was going to be the only one to catch that disc. Australia here trying to hold for half.
Apologies, sir. I thought Japan was leading, but it's a tied game, 6-all. So an extremely important point for Japan because they started at 0, so they have to at least break here. Oh, and the ball just goes to the edge and just sails out of bounds, so they're going to start at the edge of the end zone. And this is going to be number 19. I'm going to say 19, Benjamin Sutas. With Forrest. Oh, and a sorry turnover. Will Japan able to capitalize here to take that lead? Surprising turnover there, Tok.
I think just a miscommunication there as they tried to swing it. Again, that really nice pull forced Australia to start in their end zone. Japan nearly on the doorstep here, as you said, to break for half and keep things on serve.
Here Takayama is with the disc here. He's looking. Looks like a force on the back, flat mark rather. Here Japan. Being forced in a dive pass, but just slips through his fingers. Australia with a chance. And they send it to the end zone. Will it be enough? Number 8. Oh! Almost an amazing play.
We've seen Australia do that a number of times, just end zone to end zone huck. But Japan quickly back on offense now.
23 thought about it, but opts to swing into the middle of the field. Oh, cheeky, floaty backhand pass to the break side. Will it be enough? And they get it to go for the 7-point. Japan leads towards the second half. Oh, it looks like a call. Looks like a call.
Yeah, a few Australian players saying down, but then after a short discussion, they're going to call that up, and you cannot give Japan 2 chances to get a break. They are not going to miss that twice. Beautiful job for Japan to break, keep things on serve heading into the half.
It's a great response from Japan, but just early, a sorry miss there from a hawk from Australia. Thought Tran was able to track that down, but just a game of inches, just unable to just make the great layout to give Australia that point.
And you know what? Credit to Japan for continuing to switch up their defense. It's making Australia think. They have to constantly be making adjustments, whether it's a zone defense or man-to-man. So when you keep switching up your defense, you make the offense work, you make them think, and those kind of mistakes just happen. Difficult to see this.
So back here, second half, Australia trying to tie this game. Looking downfield and looking at Japan, they're really not giving Australia any chance for a huck play. Doing them favors, forcing Australia to work the disc offense. And just when I say that, a good score from Australia ties the game at 7.
You saw number 9 from Japan there. He was thinking about a bid, was going to be a crazy layout. Took a breath and took a step, and that allowed Australia to get that easy score.
You can hear the famous cheer from the Aussies. Oi, 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 indeed. Try to rally their troops. Try to flip it back to their favor. See, look here at the replay.
And again, like you said, great patience from Australia. Japan, you know, not allowing them to play their game, not allowing them to huck. So Australia made the adjustment and a really nice, clean point there.
But we're going to see if that's going to play into Japan's favor as far as forcing Australia to work even more. Testing Australia's conditioning and stamina to see if it's up to par with Japan. We all know Japan has got a full tank as far as stamina goes. The way their style of play is throughout this tournament.
You can hear the coach from Australia urging his defense. Pressure from the get-go. No easy passes from Japan.
Japan extremely comfortable with this style of play. He's looking. Forehand flick is complete. Again, flow of easy water for Japan to score their 8th point.
Just cutting through the defense like butter. That cut came straight from the middle of the field and a beautiful throw to lead him more to the sideline.
That's what you love about this Japan team or Japan national team in general. You never see them panicking. Regardless of what defense you see, if you force them in, they're just going to just go through that defense, as you mentioned, like butter. Just flow, trusting their teammates to make the right plays, and finally see the field opening up for them.
Just a back and forth game right now. Neither offense making a mistake. And here we go. Here's that throw all the way to the sideline, just leading him beautifully all alone there for the score.
And that was number 8, Yoji Shimizu, leading it in for Japan. Here, looking at what Japan's defense looks like, they're diving more, forcing the swings for Australia to see if they can generate a turnover. It happened earlier before in the first half. See how it goes. And here, forehand is complete. Just when I was going to say Japan's defense looking good, Australia says otherwise.
And again, we saw Japan come out in the zone there, continuing to switch it up, continuing to make Australia think. Tough throw there, just all the way down the sideline. That is not an easy throw to make. Really nice job by the Aussie cutters. But I think if you're Japan, you can come away feeling good about that. That is a difficult throw. And if you're going to be forcing that all game long, I think you can feel happy about that.
That's correct. I couldn't agree more with that. So it's really about, in this sport, any sport in general, you can't really defend everything. So you're just going to look at what's the least probable area the team can make a play. And if you want force Australia rather to make those tough passes, they'll live with it.
That was just a great throw, great cut, running it down the line the whole way. This is where Australia has to make their stand, though. They have to get a D.
You can hear it from the sideline, definitely now is the time for them to generate the stop. They want to get their second win. And just looking at the screen, we have a strong 597 viewers on the YouTube channel. And one of them is my daughter, Eleanor Louise Santos. I definitely miss her and I love her very much, so I hope she's enjoying my voice here. Number 5, Japan, all the way to number 9. Just easy movement, Stalker. And they quickly just scored that at ease.
Every time They get the disc, they turn upfield, and somebody seems to be open. Australia needs to either do a clam or some kind of switching to guard these man-to-man tighter. I mean, if we look at this replay here, it was just smooth the whole way. Catch, pivot, throw, catch, pivot, throw. Japan players barely holding the disc.
And he's looking at some of the stats. If you look here at the replay and the quick movement from Japan, you don't see the disc staying more than 3 seconds stuck.
Staying calm, staying patient, and then the continuations just to work it into the end zone.
And if you're the defense of Australia, that's going to be mentally draining for you. I mean, just what I was talking at the start of this game, that the defense of Australia is going to be tested here. And it looks like as they're down a point.
Japan hustling down, trying to cover that pull.
You can see that they're junking the middle of the field here, forcing again the swings for Australia. Making the Australians decide if they just are going to be impatient. And just as it said that, I thought he was going to send it. Great defense from Japan. Tight pass looking. Oh, fakes that forehand again. He's trying to look for the break side pass. Flicks it for a score. Ties the game at 9.
Two Aussies in the area. Their teammates almost did it for them. A little bit of a dangerous miscommunication there, but easily getting that in. Again, as you said, they started a little junky, switched to man-to-man. This Japan defense just trying to make Australia think. What's the time on this game?
So we're on the 37th minute in this game. So we're going to try to confirm of the point cap. It's going to be still to 13. I'm not sure when. Just confirming, it's still a race to 13, so anyone's ball game. Oh, cheeky pass, great pass in the middle. Again, quick move with 1-2 from Japan. Oh, they're near their end zone. Fakes that backhand, looking for options. Just patience, as you can see the cutters not opting to stay. They go back in to help out their teammates. Back to the middle to number 8, Shimizu. Oh, great mark. Oh, miscommunication. Sorry, miss there. Australia with a chance to take the lead.
Uncharacteristic miss there from Japan. So calm, and let's see if Australia takes advantage.
And it looks someone's darting long, but great defense from the hander. Forced them to swing that disc. Let's see if Australia takes chance. Short stoppage of play. Just checking where the disc will start. Looks like a timeout, a strategic timeout from Australia, as it's going to be a very important point for them.
Yeah, that's a great call by Australia. You have a chance to break. You have a chance to go up 10-9 late in this game here. So that D-line timeout, just an excellent call. And again, just an uncharacteristic miss from Japan. Joji, number 8, looking at the handler reset, thought he was going to go up line. The other handler was trying to get that poor man's dump.
And just looking at the stats here, and you can all see it from the website, that 9th point earlier that tied the game just spent around 1 minute and 45 minutes for Australia to tie that game. So it's really about this pace rather, for both teams if they can sustain it.
Yeah, kind of in the second half of this game, the offenses have been cooking and moving quickly. Some quick points, which puts a lot of pressure on the defense to lock things down. D-line for Australia here. Big opportunity to come up 10-9.
So off the timeout, what are you looking if you're Australia, Tuck?
I think they're probably going to isolate some of their cutters, you know, and then you see 55 there, that ISO handler. He might go up line and have somebody fill in.
It's interesting to see, and they quickly go to the end zone, and it's won by Australia. Scores with a bang.
I should have guessed it. Classic D-line move. Shoot it to the end zone. You gotta come down with it. Australia playing their game, using their height and physicality to their advantage.
And that was number 28, Mark Shellard, bringing it down for Australia. Height is might for Australia. Another test for Japan to see if they can get out of the hole. And look at the replay of that beautiful put by Hartfield at the last minute. But a great defense from Japan again forcing that last minute hop. Just Australia able to bring it down.
Yeah, that was really nice set defense, really forcing them, not getting an easy throw off the timeout, but a really good bailout throw and a great look from the cutter there just to streak deep.
Here, Australia's defense again. See if they can increase their lead and give them at least a cushion. And the pull is going to be, right inside the end zone again. But Japan not going to panic here. Never in panic mode. Swing right, almost a D from Australia. Oh, miscom, I think, but no, number 9 from Japan. Able to bring it. They're at the middle of this field now. Quick movement. And a D from Australia. Looks like the pass was just too short. Australia with a chance.
Another turn now, giving Japan the chance to keep this clean hold.
Oh, didn't see that. Sorry miss. A sorry turnover from Australia. It's at the edge of the end zone. Oh, what a pass there to fake that forehand and then switch it to the backhand. Flying through for a score.
Speaking of the fakes, one thing I'm noticing watching these Japan throwers, they are great at moving their mark with their fakes. They're really understanding how to shift their mark. People can learn a lot watching it, how they fake and then get the throw off. Beautiful job shifting that mark and opening that inside backhand. And then they're waving hello, 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 hello.
Hello indeed, for sure, to their fellow Japanese viewers. And also, I'm going to say I'm a big fan of the Japanese national team. I think they're extremely known of their style of play. Love how they stick to a great system and trust their team all throughout the roster.
And the same could be said for Australia.
Correct.
These are two dominant programs throughout the world. These are two teams that have met each other countless of times on the international stage. You're watching one of the best games of this Asian Oceanic Beach Ultimate Championship.
And it goes to show with the number of viewers in this team. Last time I checked, it was around 600. They definitely know that this is one of the top teams in Asia Oceanic, so to speak. So Australia So it's a tied game, 10-all right now. Australia again, a junky defense from Japan forcing, oh, and there's a pass. It's a little bit tight here and just too fast for number 88.
That junk defense working wonders from Japan, keeping Australia guessing. Now the pressure's on to just stay chilly and see if they can get a throw. And a beautiful classic Japan hook, hooking that to the corner of the end zone.
Classic Japan play indeed. No hesitation, no fear. Punching in it for their score, for their 11th point.
And again, credit to that junk defense. Australia forced to put something up to the middle, and I think that was number 4, Wakayama, who ended up putting the pressure on Australia to get the D.
Oh, look at that beautiful pass. And just right in that edge of that side of the end zone. Beautifully put.
Such a tough throw. Such a tough throw, and just finding that perfect window for the score. And this back and forth game just keeps getting more and more exciting as the time is winding down. Japan up 11-10 right now.
The score is 11-10. Do apologize in that. So the score is 11-10 in favor of Japan. Oh, and Paul just sails out of bounds. So it's going to be start on the brick mark.
Wind definitely picking up here in like the mid-afternoon. Let's see how the players continue to adjust.
And let's see if Japan sticks to that junk defense. Looking like, oh, and someone's darting long, but they're forced to go back in. Japan forced to really move the dicks from side to side.
And again, we see Japan defense switching it up, going more man-to-man here. A crazy layout, but unsuccessful.
And Australia forced to use all the wide arrays of throws that they have. They're almost near the end zone. Looks like at the edge. Are they able to tie this game? Stall count is rising, but able to punch it in. Ties the game at 11.
Really good display of how horizontal movement leads to vertical movement. Great swing, sideline to sideline, and that opens up the vertical space so Australia can get it on the doorstep of the end zone. You see it here. They're on the sideline. A swing, another swing, and then all this vertical space is open. And great patience here by Australia, not panicking on the end zone. And a nice celebration, a little rock, paper, scissor. Australia not going to be out celebrated by Japan. Both teams here cheering each other on.
Great game we're having here, Tucker. Exciting match with these two top nations. We'll see how Japan responds to their own offense. A quick movement again, moves it side to side. Someone going long for Japan, but opts to just swing it to the middle. Oh, what a pass. Australia players are quite far from from who they're marking. Oh, and there it is. Gets it to go beautifully for the score. And looks like that could be game as Japan Japan comes out of top to get their second win in this tournament.
Again, the flow. Beautiful cut to the middle and immediately turned around, knew where his teammate was going to be, put it to the end zone. All game long, Japan's flow and timing of their cuts just outworked Australia. Tough loss for Australia, so close back and forth. It's going to be interesting to see how they can bounce back throughout the tournament.
And I think that really played into Japan's favor in terms of forcing Australia to test their stamina. And looks like that's the reason when some of those players were really far from their Japanese counterparts. And Japan able to pull this out.
And again, credit to that Japan D-line. You know, even when they're not getting a break, making Australia work, making the points longer than they would like. And that's why we hit the time cap, making this game 12-11 instead of fighting to 13. So really credit to Japan's defense for forcing Australia to change up their game plan.
And that fits. And just an update on the win-loss record. Japan now 2-1 and Australia falls to 1-2. And it's going to be an interesting set of games because I believe Australia will be going against Singapore later. So that's going to be an exciting match, so to speak, as well.
I mean, with only 6 teams in the men's division, this is anyone's tournament. Everybody is fighting for that gold, so it is going to be a really interesting day 3 as well when they all get reseeded.
Definitely sure. So it's all about where they fall in terms of ranking after round robin, so we're going to see that. So wrapping it up, thank you so much for all the viewers in this stream. We will be back after a few minutes as on the next game. Looks like it's going to be Singapore women's team against the Japanese women's team. So we'll be back live from Shirahama Beach for the next game.